everybody. Welcome back to Jaworski Pool Practice. We are doing 8-Ball 101, episode 10. This will be the finale episode. Hasn't been my most popular series so far, but you know, it is what it is. I got some other ideas for some other shows I can do. I might be going back to the 14.1 because I still haven't run 100 balls and I'd really like to do that. So we'll see what happens here. Video looks okay, but I think I can zoom in a little closer, so I'm going to bring it down and do that. Just bear with me here a second. Let's see how this looks. It's just a little too wide. Let's try one more here. Just takes a little adjustment. I think. I think this is good. Still too much, man. Jeez. Okay, let's try. Sorry, I just like to get the screen the right size, and I just use a cell phone to do my stream, so bear with me a second. Oh, that looks pretty good. It's maybe a little bit too close, but I'll accept that. I'm just going to raise it a little bit here. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know in the comments. Yo! What's up? Okay, my sound's working. That's good. Going to adjust this, try to spin it just a little bit here. Look straighter now. Just line it up a little bit better. A little more even on the table. Yay, that looks pretty perfect. Loud and clear, okay. This is the 10th and final episode of 8-Ball 101. Like I said, it wasn't my most popular, but I am very thankful to those of you who have tuned in. I was practicing 10-ball as I'm headed to Red Deer on Monday to start the 10-ball event at the CSI Western Canadian Championships. It starts Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. So I will be in town Monday evening, probably late. I forgot I did have a makeup match for Summer League on Monday, so might have to play that league match quickly and then head out to Red Deer. I got the room booked at the event. The Cambridge. Looks like a nice place. Be bringing the family, my chihuahuas. It's pet friendly, so really excited to get out of town and compete. And I'm super excited to play on those new Predator tables. The conditions should be a lot like my table here. So really looking forward to that. Like I said, this is the last episode of 8-Ball 101 where we play 5 racks of 8-Ball. And I basically just do a talk through while I play. You guys talk amongst yourselves in the comments. You leave your suggestions of patterns in there and stuff like that. And occasionally in between racks, I check out the comments and try to address any of the questions, concerns, or ideas that I read in the comments. So without further ado, let's get started. Rack number 1. I haven't hit a ball since Thursday night. I was practicing 10-ball, but mind you, I was playing quite well on Thursday, so hopefully I'm in stroke for the tournament. Like I said to a friend of mine today, I know I'm going to show up at the tournament. Hopefully my game shows up too. It's looking like a dry break so far. Okay, dry break. Hopefully I don't get a lot of dry breaks at the tournament, but I doubt they'll be breaking as tough as this table. This table breaks really tough for some reason. The 7-ball goes. 2-ball goes in here. I can't see the 6. For stripes, I could play the 14 here. Now the 8-ball goes, so if I were playing stripes, the only issue I see for stripes is I got this combination here. Got to make sure I play the combination hard enough to get the 12 onto the 15 combo, and that 12 has to bounce up somewhere up here. Got to hit it with a decent pace so that that 12 gets out of there into an area that's potable. So what do we take here? Stripes? Do we like stripes or do we like solids? I don't mind the combo, but I think solids you don't have any breakouts. I don't mind the stripes. I'm going to play for the stripes here. I'm going to play for this combo straight away. Maybe that's the play. I don't like the opener 4-ball. I guess I could play the 7 as an opener as well. I didn't look at that. Let me look at that. 7-ball opener. It's not a bad shot. Coming into the 2-ball, kicking it towards the side cushion, towards the pocket. Then I got to come up, clear these out, and then I got the 4-ball as the perfect key ball for the 8. So then it really just comes down to plotting this 7-ball. So let's try that. It did not get on the 2 like I wanted. That was the only problem there. I really wanted to get on the 2-ball. Now, the issue is I have a thin cut on the 1, which is difficult to hold the cue ball, or I can see the 5 here. So I think I'm going to play the 5 and just roll it in. Winded up all right here. I got a stop shot on the 1, and then I got to play this 3. I could play the 3 now. Or I could play the 1 to the 3. think I'll play the 1. I'll play the 3 up to the 6. Slow down. I'll play the 6. I should look here. I'm going to come out 2 rails, and I was thinking I'd put this 2 ball in and come up and then use the 4 last. Another thing I could do if I come too far is I could play the 4 and then I could use the 2 ball. So just got to focus on potting this 6 and coming to around the middle of the table somewhere. Visualize it. Playing it with just slightly half a tip of right. Just to help. Just a little shot, a little pop shot here. Oh, and I totally pushed that, and it's funny, I knew I was going to miss that. I played that so horribly. Okay, so now we are stripes. We got our first miss out of the way here. Try to concentrate, get a good cleanup here. Start playing some touch shots because I know these predator tables are going to be fast, so I'm going to be rolling balls. Just try to get a nice speed. Still in the first rack, I'm feeling pretty good about the way my stroke is feeling here. Pop this one in with some pace. Time for that 11 ball. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did not anticipate that. Nice and close to this 9. Then use the 14 to get to the 8 ball. Just want to pop off the cushion here so that I could put my hand on the table. Right? Don't want to risk hooking myself behind the 4 ball, so play this safely. Okay. 8 ball in the corner now. We should have got a run out there, but we didn't. Okay, that felt all right for an opening rack. I can see I'm starting to get into stroke faster as I've been putting in some time to practice for this event. So that's good. Check in with y'all on the chat here. See what's going on. Eight ball. That was rack number 1. No run out, but it was a good cleanup. Okay, here we go, rack number 2. Really nice break that time. Really good control on the cue ball. Right away I see stripes are sitting pretty. Like that 12 ball for my key ball. It's actually kind of tricky to get to this 14, so I might have to play 12. 14 is the key ball and then come out for the 8 in the middle. Some of these stripes, they're all open, but it's kind of, I don't know, something about it. And for solids, 3 ball is kind of tricky to get on. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the 15 stop, and I'm going to play this 13, and I'm going to try to come underneath the 9 for the 9 into this corner here. Get on the 12, play the 14, then the 8. That's my pattern. So where do I want to be on the... Well, if I'm right here on the 13, it's not the best. But maybe the 9 goes up by the 5. Let me check. So the 9 goes up there as well. So no problem. I'll try to stun over if I can a bit on this, but I don't want to make the shot harder on myself. So try to move over a little bit. See what happens. Not too shabby. Was able to move the cue ball a little bit there. It's touchy. I think if I play with a little check side, I should be able to hold for the 9 in the same pocket. I'm going to try that. Played it a little soft. Now we're in a bit of a predicament here. We can cut the 9 now, take our lumps and take the shot. We can change our plan, which would mean playing the 12, trying to get out to this window, or just playing to this area and using the 14 and playing a key shot to get back onto this 9 ball. Or we could play the 9 ball thin cut right now. I don't like it because my fireplace is in the way. So I think the way to do this is to play the 12 and make sure that we're on the right side of this 14. We stay in this area and then play the 14. You know, even if we get a little flat on it, we might be able to draw underneath here for the 9 up in the corner. So I think this is the right way to go because we have options to get onto the 9 after the 12. Just change the plan. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I was sitting pretty to get onto that ball as well. Man, that sucks. Okay, well, I can't be hard on myself. I just started playing, so. But I mean, I really felt like that was it. Okay, let's clean them up. Playing for the 3 ball there. Got a little heavy. Stun here. I got a lot of balls I can get position on here, but I'm going to try for the 1 ball. A little far for the 1, but we have the 6 and the 5. So the 6 will get a good practice our draw stroke here. See if we can get a good draw. Not bad control there. Kind of playing zone position here. I like to play zone position wherever I can. Put myself in a position where I can make both balls and then have multiple options until the very end. Playing zone helped me here because now it's just easy. It's just natural. It's easy position. Up for the 8 in the middle. That was rack number 2. That was a quick one. Again, we didn't get a run out. But you know the rules, guys. If we don't get a run out in the first 5 racks, we keep playing until we do. And I mean break and run. Like I want to break, make a ball, and run out. Not like, break dry and then run out. Not today. Not for the finale. It's got to be a ball off the break and a run out. Okay, let's try our second ball break here this time. I do use my playing cue for the second ball break usually, but I'm going to try my break cue this time. Let's try the break cue. Second ball break. Play it with a little bit of bottom. Try to hit that 10 ball as full as possible. Second ball in. We made one. Thing about second ball break is you usually get a tighter cluster, right? Which is good. I like to use it if I'm not playing extremely confidently and well, because I feel like if I'm not making a ball on my other break and I'm leaving runouts for my opponent, sometimes I'll switch to the second ball, because if I make a ball, I have a chance to control the game, and if I don't make a ball, usually it's a lot tougher of a runout for my opponent. So those are a couple of reasons why I might choose the second ball break. Okay, so what do we have here for solids? I see the 5 ball goes here. It's tough to get shape on this. 3 ball is a little bit tough. 2 ball is tough. For an opener, we have the 1 ball, or sorry, the 7 ball, then the 1 ball. 7 ball, 1 ball, then what? The 1 ball will go, and we might be able to nick that 10 kind of out of the way of it. Then the 6 ball would go. Maybe we could try something fancy off the 6. I don't know. It'd have to be pretty fancy. And then for high ball, don't really have much of an opener, really. Really tough for high ball, though. I like high balls better than low balls, but I just don't see a way to open. I have a 5-9 combination to open the rack with. I mean, it's very plausible. I'm looking to see if I have any type of combination here. It's fairly difficult to get a combination here, but I just don't see a way to get out with solids. So I think I'm actually going to play this 5-9 combination, and I'm going to try to get out here for the combination into the side, the 14-10 combo. I'm going to hit the 8, and then I'm going to hopefully get on this 11 or this 13, and then hopefully I don't tie up the 8 ball. So there's a lot of hopefullys in here, but I feel like it's very possible. So let's call this 9 ball. 5's going to get out of the way. Hopefully I'm just going to hit it hard enough where the 5 gets over here. So let's try this. Get out for this combination. Now, we'd like to hit this combination where we still have the 14 ball. And we don't really want to mess up the 8 ball here either. But the thing is, in order to get that 14 to stay there, I'm coming into this 8 ball a little bit. So I'm going to just hit it soft, hit a little draw, and try to get this 8 ball just over here. Or towards the 13 ball, maybe. That's not too bad. I didn't want to get it in the way of the 12, right? So I have my 13, and I still have my 14, but I'm jacked up here. I'm jacked up. So do you jack up and shoot this in? Do you roll in this 13? Or do you play the 14 and try to get back into the action somehow here? And what do you do with the 8-ball? The 8-ball's in a tough spot now. It won't go in this corner. It might. It's really tight. I have to check it out. Huh. I'm going to try to pop in this 13 ball here. Alright, that worked out. I could use the 14 to try to get the cue ball off the rail, off the 3, and down here for a really tight position on the 8 in the corner. That's what I'm checking out right now. But I would need to hit this 12 and 11 in first. So the 11 ball actually sits okay because I get the 6 out of the way. Let's try to plot this 11 ball. I don't like potting the 12 because the 11 is super tight in the corner, and I don't want to play it in the corner because it's really, really tight. If I play, let me look at the 12 again, because if I can play that 11 in the side and use the 6 and kind of hold this as much as possible, that might still be okay. And I think I can spin this in and hold the cue ball. Now I can cut this into the side, play top into the 6 and roll forward, hopefully just a little bit. Too bad. Now I can try to slide underneath the 3 here for that position on the 8. It's a really tight position. But I'm actually going to try to use the 3, try to use the 3 to kick off of it and roll down instead of trying to slide underneath. I didn't get as far under the 3 as I wanted, but I do have the cut. I do have the cut on the 8. So, not too shabby. I would take this all day long. Just don't choke. Oh, and we did. We missed it. Missed it. So you're playing your opponent and they miss the 8-ball and they leave you this. And what do? Well, We have a shot on the 4, but it's coming in off the rail and into the 8. And if we dog it, chances are we're going to sell out the game. We have a shot on the 3 ball into the corner. And we could play the cue ball back down here somewhere. Pretty safe chance of coming out with the 1 in the middle or something like that. But you're taking out a blocker for the 3. I feel the safer shot here is actually the long 7 ball. Shoot the long 7 ball and try to come straight across underneath for this 6 ball. If you miss it, as long as you pass this section right here, you're playing safe on the 8. So it's essentially like a shot to nothing or a free shot. So under pressure situations, a free shot certainly helps you take the edge off. So let's try that. We got just plumb on this 6 ball, so that was a beauty shot. Stop shot on the 6 here, no pressure. It's a hook. Alright, it was a 2-way shot. The 2 ball and the 3 ball go. So I'm just going to draw into that position here. Looks like I'll take the 3 ball. 3 ball leaves me if I replace the 3, got a nice natural shot 2 in the side. If you don't like playing the 2 in the side, you could draw back to here and then play the 2 in the same corner, but I'm comfortable not moving the cue ball as much, focusing on the pot and just making it. Now I'll just stun over a little bit for the 4. And I'll try to hold this for the 8. I'm using bottom outside here, just to slightly drag it and hold it. Bring it to the cushion. Okay, now I got a nice string and 8 ball, pretty close. There we go. That was rack number 2. Almost a run out on the 2nd ball break, but not quite. Got a little tied up on that 8 ball there. Missed an 8 ball. Why did I miss the 8? I didn't really look at the potting angle and the line of the contact point. That was one thing I didn't really do there. Another thing that you guys might not have noticed is I was originally going to play that shot with topspin and come into the 7. But I changed my mind while I was down on the shot and decided, well, what if I hit that 7 and then follow the 7 ball into the corner or something? So I actually changed my mind on the shot while I was down on the shot, which is a real no-no. It's okay to do that, but if you do that, you need to be aware and you need to recognize that you did it, and then you need to stand up and reset. And I did it while I was down on the shot. I didn't stand up and reset, and that's why I missed the 8 ball. It's that simple. Okay, here we go, rack number 3. Let's try more of a head-on rack again, head-on break, I mean. Wow, I really hit that poorly. I didn't hit that in the center at all. So my eyes weren't focused on where I was hitting the head ball. That was the problem there. Okay, so I see a big problem instantly with solids. And I don't really see much of an opener. So it's going to be stripes. I have an 8-10 combination. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that in this tournament and continue shooting. So for that reason, I'm going to try the 9-ball and try to play bottom outside around this 2, 9 in the corner, and then try to play for this 13 ball here. I missed my opener, and I tied it up. So this rack is going to be a bit of a mess here. Now we have to, do we play solids now or what? Solids still look worse to me. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to deal with that. Okay. I have a cut. I have a cut right here on the 13 that can almost bring me to that. But I'd have to get pretty fortunate with position. See, if I was here. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't mind having an angle on this 12 and coming into it from this side. I also don't really mind the 14 off the 9 in the corner. So, and we have this 10 ball here as well we can use. Let's get this 10 out of the way here. Like so. I was hoping to stop on the 4 and have the 13, but I didn't, so now I have a difficult shot. But I can actually play this combination 11 off of the 9. It's a crazy risky shot, but let's try it. We did it. Now we can play underneath this 9 ball here. Get the 9 out of there. Put on. We'll come up for the... Let's plan this out because we got to really be concerned about how we're getting on this 13. The way I see it is I play up for this 15 and then I shoot the 14 in the side and come down this line, this tangent line of the cue ball into this pocket for the 13. Even if I hit the 4 ball, I got a good chance of getting on the 13. So right now I'm focused on getting on this 15. So I'm gonna come through this window right here. Okay, I touched the 15 a bit, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna look at the line, and I want to be on this side of the line. So it's going to play this with straight bottom, half a tip below just to bring it straight off the cushion and back out. Hopefully giving me that angle I need. And hopefully the pole isn't in the way here. Looks like we're sitting okay. Like I said, we even hit the 4, but we're all right. But we might have tied up the 8 here. No, we got lucky there. That was a lucky break. I think I shot that a little fast. Now I have to pocket weight roll this in for the 8. Wow, I didn't think I could hit it that soft. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, did I ever hold that? Now what? Man, I really held that. Holy cow. Oh man. Now what do we do? Brutal. Doesn't go in the middle. It goes up in the corner past the 3. Pretty crazy. But I think that's probably our best shot. It's really tight. It'll have to slop in. Okay, let's try it. Let's go for it. Try to cut it into the corner. Lose the cue ball here, so I'm going to put inside to try to get it going back, straight back and forth. Oh, and I hit the 3. Okay, another sellout. So you're playing solids. How do you get out from here? Well, your first problem is right here. So it's really tough to get a potting angle on the 7. So if you could just be slightly on this side of the 1, you could come into the 7 ball. You could even draw off of the 7 ball for the 2. Or you could play for the 2, and that gives you a perfect angle, and then you could draw off the 7 for the 3 or for the 6. So probably 4 to the 2 is a good shot here. Let's try it, and if we come up short, then we'll play the 1. Looks pretty good for the 2 ball here. Just a little bit farther than I wanted. I got a little bit of angle. Okay. We'll use this 1 ball to break these out. Okay, we got the 6 ball. We got the 3 ball here, so we can go 3 to the 6 or 3 to the 5. I like the 6 here. It's natural. Now we just gotta play a draw shot. Just a little bit of a draw for the 5. Tough shot here. Gotta concentrate. Not too bad. Now we just have to pot this 5, and the shape's automatic. Trying to stay down on the ball a little bit longer. I know I pop up. And that was rack number 3. Now we're on rack number 4. Or was that rack number 4? I don't know. Maybe that was rack number 4. Let's see. We go rack number 1, rack number 2, rack number 3. Yeah, that's rack number 4. Okay. So this is rack number 5. We still have yet to have a run out here. This may be rack number 4. Is this rack 4 or rack 5? Man, I can't even keep track. First rack we didn't run out, but we missed and sold out. Second rack, we broke 2nd ball. And I think that one was our 3rd rack, so this would be rack number 4, I believe. Let's just say this is number 4. Okay? Hopefully we can get a run out here. We still haven't had our run out table yet. We have been quite successful at cleaning up after our opponent misses. But as far as being an opponent that gets in first, we have been playing bad. So 2 ways to look at that. If I'm playing an opponent and I'm not getting out, I'm losing. And right now I'm losing a lot of games. And the other part of it is if I'm playing someone and they're not getting out, I'm winning those games. So 2 ways to look at it. But ultimately, you want to get out every time you get to the table. We all do, obviously. Big scratch. We got a good control of the cue ball there, but we got a big scratch. And at this tournament, the rules are ball in hand anywhere on the table, so you're getting run out a lot if you're giving up ball in hand off the break. So I like to plan out the entire rack. The trouble ball I see is the 12 or 14 here is the toughest shot for stripes, and I like the stripes. The solids are okay, but you got a little bit of an issue. The 2 ball is a bit of an issue, and this isn't an issue, but it kind of is, because you got to play the 4 first before the 1, right? And with stripes, I see the 9 ball being a bit of an issue, and the 14. So if I could play the 14 and then the 9, I think I can get out. So I'm going to play this 14. I'm going to try to stun down for this 9 ball. Straighter I can get on the 9, the better, because I want to hold for the 11. But I'm okay taking the 10 or 12 as well. We have options here. Simple way is to play the 9 to the 15, get rid of these 3 and come back for the 8. But I kind of like getting rid of these 2, then the 11, and then shooting the 15 and coming up for the 8 ball. I feel like that's a pretty good way to do it. So I'm going to draw out for the 10 here. That's how I would do it. Give myself a little angle on the 10. And it looks like it's 10 to the 11, then the 12 to the 15. Let's see. That 12 can be kind of tricky, man. Maybe the way to use the 12 is to draw it and get on that for the 8 ball. I think I'm going to change the plan. So I think I'm going to play for the 11 here. Just want to make sure I get under the 2 ball. I don't want to hook myself on the 2 here, so I'm being very cautious of that. I changed my plan. Under that 2. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to do the 11. Use the 10 for position on the 12 to the 8 ball. So I'd like to pop off the cushion here if I can. Man, brutal. I am playing so poorly today. Okay, we missed. We're solids. What do we do here? The key is to get on the 4 now. Get on the 4 well. I could shoot the 4 in now, but then I'm going to knock this 1 ball to a spot where it might not go. So what I'm going to try to do is play this 2 and maybe use the 7 to get 7 or the 5, 6 and to get over to the 1 ball. And I dog that one. Man, this is a terrible show today. Just brutal. I think I have enough to see the 11, so we're going to pot that. Come out for the 10. And then we get to try our pattern all over again. We know what we're going to do here. We're going to get on the 12, and we got 2 straight on the 12. So let's try to draw it over here. Or we could stun draw it and try to slide it down. So let's try that. Nice. Played that really well. Let's spot the 8 and then shoot out the solids here. Spot the 8. Remember, this is just a practice channel here, guys. It's an amateur guy just practicing, so don't be too hard on me. Just really trying to get my fire back. Didn't like this angle. I wanted to be straight, but I didn't look at it. I'm going to hold that as much as possible. Man, was that ever a bad shot? Bankside. Jeez. Just terrible on the weight today. Like this shot, you got to be able to make this. This shot, I just underhit it quite a bit. It's a little better. There we go. That's a little more like the weight I needed to hit that shot. Okay, this is rack 5 coming up here. We still have yet to get a run out. And that last game was our worst game so far. Went back and forth and back and forth. It was a 2-inning game with some unforgivable missing. How do we bounce back from that? Well, it's important to have a short memory in pool. I say that all the time. Got to forget about that game and move on to the next one. Even if you miss, you got to forget about that shot. If you get another opportunity at the table, you have to let it go. Everybody misses shots. Everybody misses easy shots. I comfort myself by telling myself that those misses I made there, easy misses. At least I made them for free. I was watching some Sharks out of the Philippines, and those guys are playing for like big dollars. And who was I watching? Kopin Yi versus Dennis Herculio. And he had a shot into the side that was like a gimme, and he dogged it. Right at the end of the session, and now Herculio is up 42 games to 38 in a race to 63 or something like that. Expensive mistakes. Mine are cheap. Again, I'm losing the cue ball. I'm making a couple balls, but I'm losing the cue ball. Not a solid break. I made balls, but I'm not happy with that break. I spoke with one of my buddies today, and he's going to help me with my break, so that'll be good to have somebody to help work on it. So that one ball is just literally hanging over the pocket, okay? And whenever I see shots like that, I think, well, I could follow in a ball with that one fairly easily. So I'm pretty confident I could, if I got straight on the 12 or the 10, I could follow in those balls after the 1, which would mean I would continue shooting, which would mean that playing stripes isn't the most terrible choice here. Sure, the 6 and 1 are blocking that pocket, but you also have some issues here with the 5 and 3. That's what I'm thinking. Another thing is if you play solids, you got this tied up 8-ball. So the way I look at this game myself, I like stripes. If I get rid of this problem or I clear the 9-ball, the 8-ball goes. I don't have to worry about it. I just have to worry about opening up this 13-ball. And down here, if I can follow in one of those balls, I can win the game. And if it just stays there and blocks the pocket, it's not a bad defensive shot. Plus, the opponent would still have a problem here to deal with. So for those reasons, I play stripes here. Okay, I have issues here, here, and there, but I'm going to really focus on maybe getting the 7-ball out of the way so the 13 goes. The 9-ball will bank, for example. So I have less concern about the 9-ball now. I'm going to try to play this 11, and what do I do? I think I try to play this into the 7-ball here. And I want to play it right here to hit the 7-ball square. I can do that. Not too bad. Really happy with that result. Okay. Now, what do we do with this? Do we come back down here and try to deal with this issue right now? Or do we play to try to bank the 9-ball right now? Those are my two options. I feel like I can get nice and close to the 10-12 right now, so I'm going to do that. Nice and straight on one of them, hopefully. Because this one is more square to the 1, I'm going to try to pot the 10 in after the 1. So I play this with bottom spin. Like I said, I didn't make it, but we blocked the pocket for our opponent, so it wasn't too bad of a shot. Now you're solids and you come to the table after I've taken these calculated risks. And how does my opponent win from here? They have a lot of problems. The 8-ball will pot into the corner. The 5-ball is really close to being able to go. The real problem is the 6, but they could attempt that same shot that I attempted, but you'd want to be nice and straight on the 6 in order to do that. So, I'm pole hooked as well by my pole here. So I gotta use my short cue. So right here I'm just gonna try to pot the 7 with my short cue. Now what? The way I see it, I need to deal with this 6-10 because if I go on from here, I'm not helping myself out. So I see maybe I can play the 6-10 combination and get my cue ball to freeze behind the 12 and play a safety. That's what I'm going to do here. This is how I would play this in a match. Played it behind the 12. I wanted to cut off everything from my opponent here, but it looks as though they have a slim chance to make the 12 into the middle off of the 15. It's a very slim chance of hitting this 12 off the 15 into the middle. And it might even be better to play the 12 off the cushion off the 15 into the middle. So I'm actually going to go for that because I think somebody might try that anyhow. So I'm going to try that. 12 on the side off the rail off the 15. And I missed it, but that was the deal with that. If I missed, there was a good chance I was tying up the solids. So now your solids, you don't really have much of a shot. You can make the 6. The 5 will go off of the 3 ball. Risky shot. Five will go into the corner there. Or the 12 is blocking the scratch here. So if I can get my cue ball down here, I can come into this 12 ball and I won't scratch into the side. It's pretty much impossible. So I need to cross this line and get my cue ball on this side of. So let's try that. It's a touchy shot. Let's try to go for it right around here. Let's try to play draw and very precise draw shot here. I'm going to play it off the cushion a bit. Hurry, 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 hurry. Didn't hit that nearly hard enough. I needed to go another foot. The line was good, but I needed to go another foot on that ball. So, now what? Got a couple oppositional or offensive shots here. We could play the 5 off the 3, right? Or we could play the 1, or sorry, we could play the 4 and come around, and we could bump the 3 into the 12 and hide the cue ball between the 3-5. It's a bit of a defensive shot. The only problem with that defensive shot is if your opponent kicks out of it, good chance you're going to be hooked. So for that reason, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try the 5 in the corner. I missed it. And I opened it up and sold out. Except for, remember that 9 ball. It didn't go past the 8 before, so I don't think it goes now. It doesn't. So Stripes still has to deal with that 9 ball. I think they can though. If they use the 13. It's a Hail Mary, but I think they could do it. I think the angle is pretty good here to come into that 9. Maybe get a shot on it. Let's try bank side. And we missed it. I was trying to cross bank there. What the hell, right? Playing pretty poorly tonight. A lot of back and forth games. But that's how 8-ball is sometimes. You go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until eventually somebody opens it up and it's like boom, 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 game over. Just like that game. Still no runouts. We're on game 6. Surely we got to hit 1 runout out of 10. so tired of this table. The balls don't come down properly, blah, blah, blah. Wish I had 10 grand. I'd just buy a Predator table. I would just buy one. And to those people that think 10 grand is too much for a table, not too long ago, pool tables were $7,000 to $10,000 easily. But what happened was the market was flooded with products from overseas, and those products, although much lower quality, offered much lower pricing. And for the average person who plays pool, they just want a table in their house for their kids. So if you tell them they can get a table for $1,500 or $2 grand, they're going to go for it. Because the people that are super passionate, hardcore fans like myself that really want, you know, competitive equipment, the market is a lot smaller for that type of audience. So I'm going to just go ahead and re-break that. Stood up out of my break there and bounced the cue ball. That's what happened. So actually, I'm really annoyed right now. So this is good because it gives me a chance to focus on my mental game and my emotions. I get like this sometimes at tournaments when things aren't going my way. And this is excellent practice for that right now, to be able to rein it back in, focus, and get a nice run up. So let's do that. Start with some good breaths. Just try to get more focused into the game. Let's try to break from farther away. Let's really focus on lining up. Again, focus on the breathing. Just to calm down. Let's see what kind of result we get. Still didn't quite hit it dead center, but don't mind the result. It was pretty good. Now, stripes or solids. As far as having a shot, that one ball is sitting there. I can make the 14 into the middle. I can cut the 10 into the corner. But the 12 doesn't go. I like the solids. This one ball is really deep. But let's see if we can just touch it and bounce out off a few cushions for the 6, 4, 2, or 7, 5, one of them. We got to just really focus on making contact with this one ball. Oh, man, I wanted to hit rail first there, just slightly. But it was so deep into the corner pocket that we weren't able to do that. And we sold out yet another rack. If I was playing a match like this next week, I would lose 5-0. So we got to pick it up. We got to play better than this. What are we going to do for the run out here? I like the 3, 6. Come up for the 5, 2, 4, 7, 8 or something like that. So let's do that. I see the 3 to the 6 as key, and the 6 into this area where we have multiple options. Maybe the 4 into the corner. 4 in the corner is a good shot. We need to get on the 5 though. It's very important. So let's go 4, 5, 7, 2, 8, or 2, 7, 8. Let's try here. 4, I'm going to play the 5. and draw it out for the 2 or the 7 here. Whoa, I got a lot onto that. So it looks like we're going to have to stroke this 7 ball now. Get a lot of action on it. Just a slow draw with spin. Maybe touch the top of the 12, but try to avoid it. We did catch the top of the 12, but that's all right. Ended up perfect on the 2. Okay, again, not a run out, but you can see how quickly it is, how quickly these 8-ball games end when you give someone an opportunity, right? It's just like boom, 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 done, game over, you lose. So I want to be the one doing that. I don't want to be the one leaving those types of opportunities. And so far tonight, if you watch closely, we're the ones leaving those opportunities. We're getting in and we're not getting out. Let's try a 2nd ball break here with our playing cue. I like the playing cue because I feel like I got more control on the 2nd ball break. That's not too bad. We just have an opener here that we have to make. Stripes are open. But what's our starting shot? We can make the 7-10 combination here. Let's try that. And come up for the combo, or come up and stop on the 6 for the 12. I'm playing a lot of straight pulls, so I actually feel pretty confident with this kind of shot. Right? I feel really confident in that kind of scenario. It's because I've been playing those shots quite a bit. Okay, now, what do we do here? Be nice to get this 13 out of here. 13, 11, and then try to come up for the 15, 9. It's a touchy little, I'm dead straight on this. So I can play the 11 here as well. But let's see. The thing about getting on the 13 is you need to get, if you don't get on it, you're in big trouble. So you got to really make sure if you're going to commit to that. And I'm not sure. I think it's safer to try to draw back and out of this scenario. But I have a slight angle, so just play it to the short side. I'm bridging over a ball here, though. I didn't want that at all. But this isn't too bad. I can just roll this in. Just got to focus on making this shot. Too bad. Really not where I want to be on this 9 ball. So not sure if I can hold this 9 for the 15 ball. But can it get much better than that? I don't know. I don't know. I got this 15 helping me, so I can hit the 9 slightly off the cushion, off the 5 to hold for the 15. Maybe that's the way we should do it. We could look at hitting it fuller, But we don't want to hit the 5 in front of the 15. That's the only thing we don't want to do. So let's try that. That wasn't too bad. We used the 5 a little bit to give us a better angle. Just playing a little inside to straighten this and come back in between the 3-4. Half a tip of left and high ball. Trying to get straight on this 14. Not too shabby. Where do we want to be on this 11? We could cut it and come up here, but we're inciting all this danger here. So actually a smart way to play this is to draw it this way. You know, if you really dog it, and even if you miss cue, you might have the 8 in the corner. If you hit it well, you get the 8 in the side. If you really over screw it, up until here you could still cut it in, and if you really hit it bad, you might still have it in the corner. So I think trying to play for the 11 to the 8 in the middle, right where the cue ball is now, is the way to play it. So I'd like to have my cue ball right in this area. This isn't too bad. Right, then we're going to draw to the side cushion. Like the Andrew Cleary video, if you haven't checked it out, just the tips. Since the cue ball is ahead of this, there is a chance I could hit this poorly and scratch. So I want to make sure I really get into this with some bottom and some spin to avoid that. Not too bad. Not too bad. And we got our first run out table at rack 9 or rack 10 or something like that. And that's going to call it a show for tonight. The finale show. You know what we should do? It's the finale. We got one run out. Maybe we're on a roll. Let's see if we can continue running out. Let's see if we've reached a zone where maybe we can string some racks. You think we're there? You think we're going to run out another one? Let's just get rid of this. Let's say that's one rack that we ran out. I'm going to try that same second ball break because I feel like it worked fairly well. Let's go ahead and try the rack. If you don't know what this rack is, you should learn. It's a good rack. It's technically a pattern rack. Let's try it. Made famous by you know who. All right. Here we go. Rack 2. Wow. Wow. Look at this. We made 3 solids. Okay, that's 2 runouts. Can we do that again? That's 2. Not the best. Can draw off the 9 here. All right, 3 in a row. Go from like 0 and 9 to like 3 in a row. That's pretty good. Happy with 3, you know? Just 3 I'm happy with. So it's all gravy from here. Anything I get is gravy from here. Although I believe my record is 5 in a row, breaking runs on 8-ball. If I got 6, that would be my personal best. But we're just at 3. So we're not close. I would consider it if I was on 5. Just on 3. So here we go. Let's keep trying. Gotta make a ball. Gotta make a ball. And that's it. Didn't make a ball. Really happy with 3 runouts in a row though at the end. So that was pretty good. Hey guy, what's up? You just tune in? Are you still there? I don't know, man. Can't see here. Let me update my chat. See if anyone's still watching. That was 3 in a row runouts, so pretty good. Didn't make a ball in this break, but let's see here. See if I can make a ball. Yeah, 3 in a row. I'm quite happy with that. Let's just give it one shot and see if we can clear this up. I don't really see much of an opening shot besides the 14 and the side off the 3. So let's try that. And we missed it. Okay, so we're going to call that a night, everybody. Thanks a lot for tuning in. That's the end of a series, 8Ball 101. It was 10 episodes. Go back and check them out. See if you learned anything along the way. I know I did. So I'd like to thank the community for tuning in and giving me pointers and giving me tips and helping me improve my game along the way in this series. And I'm thinking of a new series at the moment, so we'll see what happens. I might be getting back into the 14.1 because I'd really like to run 100 balls, but we're not there yet. So our high run is 92, but the last time out it was really promising. I played 10 racks and I hit an average BPI of 20.7, so I was very impressed with that session. But let's see. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. And I'll catch up with you guys later. Let you know how I did at the CSI Western Canadian Championships. Take care.